Hey everyone, this is Drew from Top City Gear, and this video is the third installment in the ongoing PVC gun saga. And if you hadn't seen the other parts 1 and 2, you might want to check those out. I'll have a link somewhere in the description on those, just if you want to see how the gun in this video was built. But this video is more focused on just improving the darts, not using the Nerf anymore, and I've moved up to actually using wire nuts to make darts out of. And I didn't actually come up with that on my own. I actually found another video here on YouTube that I'll reference in the description. You can check that out. But have a little bit on how to make them, and then a little bit more shooting than I had in the last video. So I hope you enjoy. Now I'll show you the process of how I'm going to make these darts. Basically, I've got a couple different types of nails I'm going to try out. You can see one's a little bit thicker, therefore heavier than the other. And I kind of wanted to try these ones with the smaller head, since that small head will allow it to stick further out of the wire nut and keep the back end a little bit lighter, and to keep it more front heavy, which I suspect might make it a little bit more stable flying. But basically, I just found a wire nut that has an approximately a 5/8 inch diameter at the big end, which is about what the inside of a 1/2 inch Schedule 40 PVC pipe is. You can see it doesn't really fit in all the way, so I'm going to have to trim that down a little bit later. But basically, first thing you want to do is get the threads, the wire threads out of there. And you can use a bolt extractor or an easy out. Sometimes you can catch the end of that with pliers and yank it out, but I found just gripping it with a knife blade will grip it enough to get it to start to spin loose. And then you can just unscrew it, and then you don't really need that part, so throw that away. Now we just got the plastic wire nut there, and I'm just gonna get a nice block of wood here to give it a surface to drill a hole. And depending on your style of wire nut, if you were to do this, you might find that you need a center punch. Some of them kind of have a little bit of a divot there at the end, but for these ones I just like to give it a little bit of a center punch there. I'll go ahead and take the drill to it. Now I'm drilling the hole just a little bit smaller than my nail diameter. That way it'll have some nice friction to hold the nail in there. And the tip of the nail is a little bit larger than the shank, so you kind of got to pound it to get it through sometimes. Once you get it through, you can use a pair of pliers to pull it the rest of the way. Now you can see maybe that nail head is down in there, and most of it is sticking out. Now the final step here, since I showed earlier it was a little bit too large to go in there, I'm just going to trim it down a little bit. And I'm just going to put the dart, grab it by the nail inside of my drill, and I'm just going to use my use a file on my Leatherman to shave it with it in the drill here. The different brands of wire nuts have different diameters, so you might be able to find one that's a closer fit, or maybe fits completely. But you get the basic idea. You're just shaving it down until it's a good fit inside the pipe. That's just about right there. You want it to be sort of tight, but not too tight. You don't want it to have excess friction, but that seems they're just about right. There you have it. That's the finished dart there. It goes in there reasonably well. I'm also going to try a couple of special darts here. I'm going to try some with one of these, which is just a welding tip that you would use in a MIG welding gun, and try to attach that to the wire nut there. And basically I just want to try something that was a little bit heavier and that, you know, that didn't have a head on it, so hopefully get a little more penetration and power. And I actually I put these on the scale and they measured out at about 9 grams, which is roughly about 135 grains for you ballistics guys out there, but that should be pretty interesting to see how those work out. Now I'm going to do a little bit of a penetration test with one of the new wire nut darts that's got a nail like that in there with a nice good sized head here, shooting through the 1-inch plywood at 75 psi.
Hey, you hit it that one.
Thanks.
No problem. Hey, here's an old nail. You want to use that for a dart?
Did you shut up? I actually did get quite a bit more penetration this time than the last time, and it's also hitting near that knot, so the wood might be a little bit harder there. Now let's try one of the darts that's got the welding tip for a projectile.
That's going to be blunt force trauma, dude.
Blunt force trauma.
You should have sharpened that son of a bitch.
What do you think's going to happen?
It's going to just split the board. I'm going to get the fuck away. Did you miss again?
No, I didn't miss.
Oh. I was going to say, that's a pretty big bullet.
Look at that. Let's take a look at the exit wound, because yes, it did exit. Nice. Alright, so now let's try a long distance shot. We're probably about 100 feet or so away from that old wooden pallet down there. There's a camera next to that to hopefully get the impact shot. But here we go. Hopefully I can hit it. Alright, I think you hit it. Let's go check it out. Well, that last shot, I couldn't really see where it went. We're pretty sure it hit the target, but it might have went in between the cracks here, so we're going to try this again here. Got the camera positioned above the target, so hopefully it'll at least show some of the flight. I missed it that time.
That one went over it.
That one went over. Alright, we're going to try again here.
I saw it hit the back side. Or something did. Maybe your wire nut did. I don't know. But whatever it was, it skipped clear across the road, I think.
Pretty sure that's the hole there. Now, this is pretty crappy wood this pallet's made out of. Been sitting out in the heat and weather for about 20 years, so the whole wire nut and everything must have went through pretty much. Alright, now let's try something fun. Alright, so we're going to have a little bit of fun here. We're going to put 4 of these darts in here, one after the other.
How you doing over there?
Just in case you're faced with multiple squirrels. We got the peanut gallery over there making jokes again. And we're also a little bit closer to the target here, so hopefully they'll all hit.
Hey, you're cheating. You got to back up. 4 of them?
4.
Sounded like 1.
I don't think they flew too straight. Well, we got 3 of them to stick there.
So that just means 1 flat tire.
Alright, we're going to try
I
one of the
over
welding
there.
tip ones on this little plastic jug of
Dustin
water here.
Bradley, I don't know.
Screw, that's cheating.
No.
No, you're only 2 foot from it.
Well, I got to be sure to hit it. I only got one shot.
Yeah, for crying out loud.
No. Oh, yeah. Sound like Ken Kniff from Philadelphia.
Where the hell did it go?
It went straight
It
through
must
it.
have went clear through, huh?
His son turned 4 today.
Damn, I didn't think it'd do that. I hope this video can convey just how fast these new darts are moving. You can kind of get an idea from the sound of the air coming out of the gun until you hear the thunk on the targets here. They're moving pretty good, and most times they were flying pretty straight, and they're capable of going pretty far too. I mean, I was putting them over treetops the trees themselves were pretty far away. So I hope you enjoyed watching that, and if you like what you saw, please subscribe. I hope to put a couple more parts to this video, and maybe improve the ergonomics of the gun a little bit, maybe shrink it down a little bit, and also some other types of ammo. So thanks for watching, and stay prepared.
It's always a good time